Yeah. Heck, man. American pickers ain't got nothing on me, man. Hello, all my fellow traders, resellers, and thrifties. Oh, I forgot about that. I was thinking junkers.
No, thrifties.
Anyway, we're back. Miss Kitty had started shipping some stuff, and I'm like, wait.
And before he moved his desk over here, we were both side by side so we could sit and do the video together. But
yeah, so I guess we should kind of explain that. The trading post, which, well, it kind of took over, man. We used to have the office area is what I would call it back when both our desks were there. Do you want to sit here?
No, you're fine.
Are you sure about that?
I am 100%.
Yes, you are. So, anyway, so we had, both of them right there. We sat side by side, and it's not that I don't want her there, but I added another desk because the way she's been doing, you can
I'm a little claustrophobic in this tiny little corner where I have one table that's my picture taking station and my shipping station, so I can't do them both at the same time. So
we're working on it.
Yeah, we're trying to move things around so I have a dedicated picture taking station where I don't have to move my scale, move my tape, move everything, lay down all my picture taking stuff, and then swap.
And then we're getting ready to put some shelves in here and a bunch of different stuff. You'll see that as we go along here. But anyway, man, I actually had somebody say, man, it's been a long time since you said shipped. I was so freaking,
yeah.
I was like, oh, man, I should do that. The sales, the way it used to work out, I mean, we're selling stuff and everything, but it's Miss Kitty's on it, man. It's like she's gotten to where sometimes it's same day shipping. I mean,
well, we were forced onto the managed payment system through eBay, and just a little bit of eBay talk there. I was doing daily payouts, so if you ship right away, the money would become available sooner, which means it would be transferred sooner to your bank, and then you would get it sooner. So I was instantly out the door. So there was never anything for him to show because it was
just boom, boom,
and
boom.
I would ship.
And then, I miss PayPal, man.
Yeah, I'm still not happy with managed payments. Yeah, there's some great things about it, but
yeah, I miss the other thing. Anyway, so I thought we'd go. Like I said, she had already started because we sold some Crocs and selling stuff every day. But I stopped her soon enough to at least show a couple of things, man. So let's do this, and then we'll go back to this. Oh, did you want to do this?
No, you can do it.
Oh, you wanted to? I could tell.
Fine. Now that you got the chair all...
You want to lower it?
I don't know, he's got this high chair thing sitting here.
Oh, look at this. Miss Kitty takes charge.
Oh, this is... Oh, I already shipped those.
Yeah, we already shipped those.
So I already shipped those. Okay, we're going to start with this one right here. This is a PMK Russian hat with ear covers. Winter. Very warm. And it's got a neat little pin there. Untie this, ears flap down. This one sold for $30.85.
Shipped!
They got a smoking deal on that. That is a
nice
warm. Okay, next we have 2 items purchased together by the same person. We'll start with the Force 10 Classic hand-tooled leather purse, floral, and inside you can see the straps there.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
And it sold for...
Well,
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I guess I can't because it's not combined here. That sold for $56.49.
Shipped!
The second item they purchased was a vintage, unique, hand-tooled pouch purse, leather.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, both sides. It's got a nice little zipper in there, and that one sold for $27.57.
Shipped.
That in there. And when I sell the multiple items to the same person, sometimes we'll communicate prior and do a combined invoice with combined shipping. This lady, she just bought them both, so she'll end up getting a refund.
And she's also a repeat buyer.
Yes. And I'm very, very thankful that eBay started putting that on
Yeah,
here.
that's pretty cool. If you haven't noticed that, if you're a seller.
Yes, okay, and last but not least, we sold a vintage Old Pal fishing metal cricket.
Show that emblem on it.
Bait
It's pretty
box.
Cool. This thing's probably from the 50s.
Yeah. It's kind of wore off just
Yeah.
a little bit in a couple spots.
Very cool.
You can attach it to your belt there. And the inside.
Man, it's still wormy and
got
everything. It's
the-
ready to go, man.
Oh, yes.
And it's sold for.
Cricket tin box storage belt display. I have finished it already put there. Sold for $32.15.
Shipped. Very
good.
good, Miss Kitty.
Okay, so I'm going to take these over
You're taking that stuff
and finish my shipping. Because I was on it this morning. I've got my boxes and labels printed.
Yep, and I
so.
put a stop because I wanted to at least show that.
There you go.
Now we'll talk about it. And then the next video, I'm going to take it along. We'll see how it turns out. But Katie Jo should be calling us. That's one of the reasons she needs to get this stuff packed up. Because we're going to go out and do a little junk shop. Haven't been hitting them too many. Something else I was going to touch on. You know, as I was getting back on, man, I haven't. It's been a long time. You know, like I said, there's just a few reseller channels, reseller stuff that I watch. You know, one is the, which is funny because I actually found her and used to watch her metal detect. You know, and I'm sure all you guys know if you're into this is the, was it Crazy Lamp Lady? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah, the Crazy Lamp Lady. She actually, I don't know if even haven't checked or seen anything from her for a long time, but she's also a metal detectress, and so is her husband, or I think it's her boyfriend. You know, they just had a baby and stuff. But anyway, congratulations. I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, so I was checking out, you know, because I watch her. Like I said, man, I'll catch Noel here and there. VP when he does, you know, something, because he's slowed down. But Debbie Max, I don't know if I mentioned them, but just a handful of, you know, resellers that I watch. And they're, oh, Taco Stacks, man, I love Taco Stacks. And Junk Farm. That would be probably, that's about the extent of it. So last night, man, I decided we're sitting there watching. It was funny because we're watching a movie that we've actually both had already seen, but Miss Kitty didn't remember it at all. So we were watching that again. So I was, you know, playing with my phone, just kind of thumbing through, and thought, man, I'll check some out. I looked under, you know, resellers and, you know, this kind of stuff, just looking, you know, and just tons of new faces. I had no idea. It's kind of like the homestead thing. It went nuts. But, anyway, so man, I'm flipping through there and stuff, and I did sub, I can't remember their name, but one or two, because I wanted to check them out because I wasn't putting the sound on because she's watching the movie. But man, there's a tons of new ones. But one of the things, you know, just reading through it that I was getting, and one of the reasons that I've never watched a ton of resale shows is I have yet, the closest people that I ever found that not really done what I do, but was Alabama Pickers, you know, Dusty and Tristan, man, because Dusty would go out, you know, and buy these lots of stuff, which was more along the lines, and the stuff that he was buying was my kind of stuff. And I always said, man, really, the only two people, Terminal 99, but he's slowed down too. That's another one that I always like to watch the stuff he got. But actually, Terminal 99 and Dusty, or Alabama Pickers, Dusty and Tristan, those are really the only ones that, you know, bought and sold and traded the kind of stuff similar to what I do. Because, of course, when you're doing this and you're watching something, you want to watch something that falls along the lines, you know. There's not a bunch of people out, you know, digging through barns and old cabins and abandoned places and, you know, that stuff. You just don't see it. That's the kind of stuff, you know. I deal in the rare, the unusual. Dang, helicopters are insane. That's number 2 so far today. You know, rusty gold, dude. I'm a rusty gold hunter, man. I'm a treasure hunter. You know, I like all this, you know, the kind of stuff you see behind you know, krills and leather satchels and fishing poles and guns and, you know, just off the wall stuff, man. That's the kind of stuff. And I haven't found nobody that deals in the kind of stuff that I deal in. So if you know of anybody that does, that's similar to the kind of things that I'm showing you, man, let me know, because I'd like to check them out. Anyway, so Miss Katie Joe, my daughter, you know, she's all my kids are young because they're all raised. Kevin, I've talked about it before, man. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. But them kids, Kevin D, I had in a pack. What was it, a month after he was born?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple weeks after he was born, I had him and a kid. Miss Kitty was she was an interior designer at the time, but I had him in a backpack. And then I had a girl on each hand, man, and we used to do 4 to 5 auctions a week going and buying, and then I sold at 3 or 4 auctions a week. You know, I always said I was in the transporting business. So all my kids are junkers, man. They always fall back onto it. None of them are full-time into it, but all of them do it part-time.
That's because we told them to not to.
Yeah, I told them don't do this crap for a living, man. It's a hard way. So Kevin, he went off to college. And Katie Joe, she had a bunch of babies. She had the grandbabies, but... And I've talked about it too, is Katie Joe, of the 3 kids, cars, she kind of packs stuff up. She does it in the winter more because she's got her own lawn, or her own maintenance, I guess it's lawnmower, lawn care type maintenance job that she does, you know, spring, summer, and fall. So she just stocks up at the yard sales and the stuff like that. And then like right now she's selling on eBay, and she'll sell stuff during the season too, but not as much. Katie Joe is you know, like well, she's a mom. She also does, see that rock? I don't know if you can see it back there. Oh, I guess you can't because of the thing. But anyway, she works at a rock carving place, and then she does eBay on the side. And she's probably, when you say Katie Joe's probably the closest one to doing it full time. She's my, yeah, she's my mini-me that takes all the junk that I don't want. Yeah. So, and then Kevin, he does it, you know, he's got a good, you know, college kid and stuff. He's got a good job and stuff like that, but he still does it. And to speak of him, I'm not going to tell you where, but here just a few days ago, he called me up trying to entice me to go because he was going out. He went out to try to do some metal detecting, man, and realized he could only dig about that far, and it was a lot of work. So then he went and hit a couple of junk shops that were in the area, and he ended up scoring a ring for $22.50. Is that what he paid for that ring?
Yep, not just 22.
$22. $22 for this ring that had an emerald, and it was 18 karat gold. Turns out thing, man, which, I mean, this is the asking price, but one similar to it that he found $900. So that's a pretty good gig. And then just the weight, take the stone out of it, just the weight's probably about $100. So that was a pretty good score. Anyway, Miss Katie Joe will be calling. I want to get this video on to you, and I'll take the camera along. We'll just see how it goes. A lot of times in the junk shops, you know, people, it just depends on who's in there and how busy it is, because I won't shove cameras in people's faces, but I'll try to get you some footage, man. So remember, keep your eye on the skyline and your nose to the wind. And if you're out there treasure hunting, I hope you find some color in the bottom of your pan.